Yes, I finally found one! It wasn't too difficult. I didn't actually have to go that far from where we were before. I just went the wrong direction. But anyways, as I'm closing in on my new target friend here. Hello, everybody I missed. My name's Artendress, and welcome back to the Dragon Block C mod pack series thing, whatever. Ooh, there's another rocky biome here too. Last time, we were continuing on with the story, and we started up the Piccolo Jr. saga. And did not make it all the way through. So, yeah, we managed to make it through the first few fights more or less no problem. Mercenary Tau went down. We had to get a little bit stronger to rebeat Tien, and then we start fighting Piccolo Jr., who is an absolute menace. At his base form, we ended up dying like 7 times or something like that, and then he has a second stronger form that we have yet to beat. So, definitely went down the path trying to get some training in. We actually got base mastery up to 31 now, so we have some extra defensive capabilities just passively. And a few, like 5 extra stat points across willpower, dexterity, and strength. Then we also made Sapphire Blast. It's nothing super impressive, but it is a bigger blast than our cute little mirages are. So I figured it was worth a shot anyways. But we were just like running around, doing a little bit of flying, hoping to find a Jedi temple at the end of last time. And so I just continued exploring before I started up, and found one finally. Actually, fairly close. I really just did go the wrong way. Also, interesting problem I found while exploring. I'm gonna mark this place as the dead zone. So just put it at like 100, it doesn't really matter. Do not go towards the dead zone. The dead zone is only like about 500 blocks to the east of the Cell Arena. But if I go anywhere close enough to start loading it in, the entire game crashes. So that's a fun thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's an ancient warfare structure. I think it's supposed to be one of the really big ancient warfare villages, but it's just broken for some reason. So, something to avoid. Anyways, Jedi Temple. This is a very cool thing. We now have access to the Jedi Holocron. I'm going to steal one of these, and then we'll go look at the other one in just a moment. Then, I need to remember where they are, but there are actually some hidden chests in here. I know... For some reason, I was thinking there's one under this tree, but now that I think about it a little bit more, I don't think there is. Just to double check real quick, there's not like something hidden in the dirt under this tree, right? I don't think there is. Worth it to double check, I think. Anyways, time to fill this back in. I just blocked myself in here. Sometimes I am truly brilliant, huh? Anyways, that's filled back in. I think what I'm actually looking for is in here. Somewheres under this symbol here. And I do mean somewheres, because the location is always different. But somewheres under here, there's actually a hidden chest. And I want to find it, because it can have some good stuff in it. Also, it's not even guaranteed that it's under the decal itself. It could also be under these wood pieces. So, I'm just gonna tear this entire thing up until I find the thing real quick. I broke literally one more block after hitting pause recording and found it. Oh, you're kidding me. Really? 5 wool and 5 pieces of chicken in the first one we find? That thing can occasionally hold entire lightsabers, and it's almost certainly supposed to be holding lightsaber pieces. The fact that I got wool and chicken is so silly. I believe it's only the one. Let me double check that. There's a possibility it could be 2, and I'm misremembering, but I think it's just the one in every temple. I forgot I had Vein Miner in. So, that was simple enough. Okay, that didn't tear up any walls or anything. Nope, it's just a singular one. Sadness. Can't believe I only got chicken and wool. That is so silly. Oh well, I guess we're gonna have to find more if we want free lightsaber pieces, although we're picking up plenty of both on our own with other structures. Anyways, the really important thing in the structure is the Jedi Holocron. So if we right click on this, we get this nice little UI. And there's a whole lot in here. Force speed, force rebound. Is that a new one? I don't recognize that one. That was accidental, but I'm planning on doing it anyways. But yeah, we can see all of these. We have Sith powers, basically. We have, yeah, Sith powers, and then Jedi powers, and then we have like the more balanced route down here. And we can kind of just go with whatever we want. It doesn't really matter which direction we go. Also, I forgot about that. This is based on actual experience gained. But it's only after you find your original holocron and start gathering experience. I thought I could just use up the rest of the experience I already had gathered. Works slightly different than I thought it did. It's a good thing that the DBC things give a lot of experience, though. And how much force experience did I get from that? 5. That is not as much as I thought it was. This is going to take quite a bit more training than I was expecting. I thought this was a very quick, very simple thing to do, and I'd already be able to get like a very big jump right from the get-go. I'm gonna need to beat up some stuff. There's a lot of pigs. I might as well get all the meat from them anyways. And I'll get little chunks of experience. So yeah, I guess I'm doing a little bit of experience gathering. And, yeah, I'm just gonna clear out all the pigs in this area, grab all this, and probably smelt it up. And then before we do any real more Jedi training, because this is going to take a bit, let's actually go refight Piccolo. That was what I had originally wanted to start with, and then I did exploration and found that pretty quickly. So, I need to deal with inventory stuff real quick. But we're going to do so over at the Cell Arena. Just to double check, how much did I get for that? 15 experience from all those pigs. That's not a whole lot, but it is something. Let me go let me go deal with inventory stuff real quick, and then we're going to fight Piccolo. Okay, inventory is mostly dealt with. I had forgotten at some point I had randomly gotten this Book of Memories, which gives you 10 experience levels. It had dropped from like a random Grimoire of Gaia mob at some point. I'm curious if that will count? What did I just do with my holocron? Oh, I put it in this backpack, that's right. Also, I had wanted to empty out this backpack and then forgot. I have one more inventory thing to deal with more than I thought I did, but let's test this. Apparently, obviously we have 0 force experience. What if I use the Book of Memories? That puts me up to 58. Okay, that worked better than I was expecting. So yes, we do get a little bit of a start, don't we? We now are force sensitive, meaning we can now use force abilities. We have force power going for us, though not a whole lot. And we have okay regen. And we have 1,000 points and 2 base power to work with. The way this system works is all of these will cost 1 base power. Actually, I think everyone's 1 base power. Either that or I'm misremembering, and like this will cost us 2 because it's a higher end thing. What do we have access to? We could do Drain Life, which is 4 HP from a target, and we'll get it back. Shock, which will do 4 damage to a target. Wound, which will do 2 and stun them, though I'm not sure how that would work. Visibility, speed, fall resistance we don't need. Pushing, energy resist. Blade throw, that's one I actually want. Battle meditation I think is good. Foresight's not that useful for us. We have a better version of it with DBC, and then we can heal, force fortify, and force stun. There's a lot of stuff going here, and then we can upgrade our force abilities with that one. I'm gonna grab blade throw and advanced blade throw. Just get it as strong as possible, kind of because it's one of them that's on my list to try out. Hold on, these don't cost base power, they just upgrade. I guess you only use the base power to get a new ability. Although, if I remember correctly, each of these gives 1, so we can only get 5 more base power, meaning that we only get access to, I guess, 7 of the various abilities on this list. So we're going to have to kind of pick and choose what we want. Let's just become a Force Novice as well, since we have the points. That'll give us a little bit more to work with. Because as it would stand, we would be able to use 1 advanced blade throw. And you know what? Just become Force Apprentice instantly. We have 45 to work with. We can't get anything else. All we have is blade throw. You can sit back in there. Now, what's my keybind for this? Advanced lightsabers. Activate lightsabers on T. Use force power is B. And then I press tab to select my base thing. Singular tap will move it there. And if I hold it, I open up this inventory, and then I can click and drag this to a spot. So now, I have it selected. If I press B, I now throw a lightsaber. And it will come back to me like a cute little boomerang. Does this pass over any DVC damage? Well, it does boomerang and hit multiple times at least. What if I go up a little bit more power-wise? 35 is good for at least the test right here. Press B. Nope. It doesn't actually pass over any of the damage. I thought I remembered it doing something, but I guess not. Although it is still cool to have, even if it's probably not that useful. Oops. Oh well, I was hoping the force powers would be pretty good for this, but it's not looking like that's going to be the case. Although, how does strength work with Dragon Block C? I don't remember. There is an ability that gives us strength with the force abilities. It might be worth it to try it at some point when we have the ability. Oh well, we at least have the basics of the force. That's what I wanted at least, and we can test it out again later when we can start using more abilities once we start gathering more experience. Anyways, I still have some inventory stuff to deal with real quick. I want to put all the lightsaber pieces away, and then we're gonna go fight Piccolo for real now. Okay, I've finished dealing with inventory stuff. I already have the key siphon, if you couldn't tell by the room noises. I think we're ready to try fighting Piccolo again. We're at 75%, which is our new maximum. Whether or not we can win yet, I do not know, but we're going to try anyways. Oh, we're over 200 damage now, which I think we were doing before, actually. Do you really believe you can defeat me? How did that hit me? Oh, I am on Barrage. I meant to be on Sapphire Blast. No. Aw, man. I forgot that when you re-enter the world, it will automatically put you back to the first option and doesn't keep you on the... It doesn't keep you on the one you had selected. Also, I feel like I should have been far enough away from his Ki Blast to dodge it, but I guess not. Must be a fairly long range. I did feel like we were doing better that time, even if we somehow did less damage. It's a weird feeling. Anyways, let's try that one again, shall we? Got you! Haha! I also forgot to put on turbo mode before that fight started. But we managed to do it! It hurt, but we managed to do it. Just... Honestly, blocking and trying to stay alive was good for some fights, but some of them where they start coming a little bit faster that you can actually... They start hitting faster than you can block all their attacks, it's sometimes better just to go all out on damage instead. Anyways, 938, we defeat Piccolo! Becomes 1628. Like 500, 700 points, something like that. I don't remember what we were at. It was like 928, I think is what I said. So 700 points? Anyways, a long journey. Much time has passed. Oh, excuse me. Much time has passed, and many stories will be born from the events you went through. Life seems to be going forward in peace, but don't become too soft. Who knows what might still come. And I believe this is where the Saiyan saga begins. And this is the beginning a Dragon Block Z's storyline. We're finally through the end of Dragon Ball, original Dragon Ball. Nice. Didn't know why I wanted to beat up that singular specific enemy, but I wanted to beat up that singular specific enemy. I don't have a real answer. So Dragon Ball Z's story, rather. Here's where we're going to be hitting some other story jumps, I believe. Actually, I don't remember. It's the first major fight here is going to be Raditz. I think it's actually just past this next one, even. Like, we end up beating up this chunk of Cybermen, and then we fight Raditz. What? Saiyans? Are they edible? Kill Cybermen to get more information. They can be found in the Rocky biome. Or just be in the overworld and spawn in a group of 6 of them. Ah, you had more health than I thought you did, and... yeah. Sapphire Blast. Oh, that was effective. It's not so much that this is a tough fight, except I just lost. Yeah, I forgot how much of an issue just the 6 of them were. I thought each of them only had like 750 health, not 1500. I could have played that better. Eat back up to full. And let's head back to the overworld. I spend so much time in the other world, it's not even funny. Actually, we're approaching the point in the story where it would make sense to go across Serpent's Road. Or... that doesn't sound right. Snake Way. Snake Way, that's what it's called. Let's try the Cybermen again, shall we? And this is one where starting to fly during some of these fights makes a bit more sense. Sapphire Blast. Enter Turbo Mode. Actually, it's probably worth it since there's so many of them just to do this over and over again as much as possible. Sapphire Blast. How are none of you that close to death? Sapphire Blast should get at least one of you down. Oh no. Oh, that was close. I had 7 ki left. If that had hit 0 ki, I would have dropped down to 0% and died for sure. Yeah, I have no problem eating against this group. I was trying to take a lot of the more important story fights without it, but this group definitely deserves it. This is proving to be a bigger hassle than I was expecting. Like, they don't feel like they should be this strong. I was expecting the jump to be against Raditz, not the Cybermen. 2994. 3714. I do like that they revamped the TP gain from that to make it a lot better. Because it definitely didn't used to be that nice. Eat up to full ki, because I'd rather not hit 0 of fighting Raditz. Now Raditz. This is the fight I was expecting to be tough, not the Cybermen. Oh, you have 3,000 health. That's more than I thought even. I thought you were about the same level as Piccolo. I didn't realize you had an extra chunk like that. I could have forced the issue and gotten the kill along with the death, but I don't like doing that whenever possible. Let's avoid wasting too much ki right now while we're here. Raditz. Ow. Apparently, this is one we're going to have to put in a couple of points. That base form mastery was actually pretty helpful. It was more helpful than I was even expecting. Just hitting 32 out of the 50 was enough to force us through a couple of fights. Do I put points in, or do I just hit 50 base mastery? It's kind of an option. I think just hitting 50 base mastery would be enough to push us over the edge and even maybe get us past Raditz. We did almost manage it, even if we ended up dying in the end. Also, I should grab a Senzu Bean. I have a couple saved up. I haven't been using them, but I should get them just in case. Thank you. Save these for big important story fights, basically. You know what? I'm gonna go find some friends to try beating me up. Are you good enough for this? Yeah, no, you suck for base mastery training. I'm gonna go find a group of zombies, hopefully somewheres. I might end up having to wait till nighttime. Though I think there's a small cave under here that looks like it has a couple. Where are you? Creepers are not what I'm looking for. Zombies, on the other hand. Are there a couple more of you down here? Nope, it looks like it's just the one. You know what? You'll do. I'm just gonna let this friend here beat me up for a little bit. Zombies have, like, very little in the way of an attack cooldown. So it'll probably take a few minutes, but it shouldn't be too long. I'll be back when base mastery is a little bit higher. You know, I knew this was going to be pretty quick, but that's even faster than I thought it would be. I'm getting 0.5, maybe every, like, half second. So I managed to get up those 20 points, basically, in very, very little time. But I believe I should get my maxed out boost from this at level 50, if I remember correctly. If I manage to hit 51 and things start going up anymore, apparently I'll be wrong. Oh yeah, it literally stops at level 50. Why does it max out at 93 strength? And 120... What are these numbers? Why are they so weird? Anyways, thank you, zombie friends. I have no more need of your assistance. That looks like it was probably 10 minutes to get up that amount. Still pretty decent. I used up so much food doing that. What if, I'm gonna just round these out to the... Are you kidding me? Why are these numbers so weird? Why can I not just have my 5s and my 10s game? Oh, well, our damage reduction is up to 33%. We have 1.5 times con modifier, willpower's up to 60. You know what, I'm just gonna round these to the 10, I guess. Because that looks like it wants us, that looks like where it wants us to round them to. You know what, that's a fairly sizable jump, basically just for getting beaten up for a little while. I missed. I'm wondering if that will just on its own be enough to clear the Raditz jump. Blah. Words are hard. So let's give this another shot, shall we? Technically, it's training. It feels a little weird just being able to do that. Base form form mastery in general feels like it should be a little bit harder to train than it is because it has some fairly sizable boost in it. Oops, that's the wrong button. I meant to hit C, not X. Turn on turbo mode to charge up a little bit faster because it's a very nice thing. Turbo mode is on. Make sure we have our key scythe on. And let's try this again, shall we, Raditz? Are you... What was that? That was weird. No! Dang it. If I was a little bit faster on eating that piece of pork after I killed him, or if I played that a little bit better, I won that no problem. So yeah, honestly, that is such a big boost. It's so much more than I thought it was. Scouter! Yay! We now have a green Scouter tier 1. We can upgrade it with tech chips, but those are kind of a little rough to get our hands on. I'm just gonna put that on. How do I use this again? It's F4? Hold on, I forgot. This thing has like a built-in Dragon Ball radar, doesn't it? How does this work again? Oh wait, no, this thing doesn't look for Dragon Balls. It looks for the closest thing with Ki. That's right. What are the other modes on it? Oh yeah, just a different thing. A battle power reader. This cow has 2 battle power. Yep. And I accidentally looked at Sal. The thing with Scouters is, if you have a low level one and you look at an opponent with 2 high battle power, the thing will just explode. I tried not to look at Sal, but I guess I looked a little bit too close. No more playing around with the Scouter. Sad. Gonna have to make our own at some point. Although I believe we can read battle power for ourselves if we get high enough Ki sensing. I could be wrong about that. But anyways, the arrival of Raditz. Raditz arrived on Earth looking for his brother, who was sent here as a baby. Raditz arrived! 2 other Saiyans will come and destroy you and this planet. Dun dun dun! Turn off Ki Scythe for a moment. The Whomps noises are a bit rough. Anyways, 2837. 3572. Still really big jumps. And here's the mission where we have to go gather a whole bunch of dinosaur meat. Almost forgot about this. Raditz told you that there are 2 more Saiyans on their way, more powerful than he was. Sabertooths don't give dinosaur meat, right? I mean, they shouldn't. Granted, given that they're saber-toothed cats and not dinosaurs. But I figured I'd double check. Anyways, I guess it's time to head to Rocky Biome and start beating up a whole bunch of dinos. Are there any just automatically spawned in, or am I going to end up waiting? Ah, dino friends! Max Powers only takes 2 punches to the face to take on a dinosaur. It's kind of funny. I do enjoy the random dinosaur bits. I'm not entirely sure why dinosaurs still exist in this world, but it's a funny joke thing, I guess. I mean, I know it's a thing in actual Dragon Ball, but still, it's so weird. Anyways, I just need to beat up a couple of dinosaurs and... You knocked me out of the sky, congratulations! Thankfully, they don't take too long to spawn in, although our next thing as well is to... Oh, I can't throw a lightsaber without a lightsaber in my hand. I hit the wrong button. But I also need to kill 12 Cybermen for this story mission, which we saw a struggle against 6. That's not going to be super easy. Anyways, I think I'm going to end up having to beat up a whole bunch of these random mobs as well to start making more dinos spawn in. I'm just going to be here killing things for a little bit. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, it didn't actually take me too long to gather all this stuff. Only maybe like 5 minutes killing random things and letting... Nope, that's the wrong thing. Letting dinosaurs spawn in. Thankfully, they're pretty common. Although, interestingly enough, I only saw the dinosaur runner, which you saw me beat a couple of times. There are actually other dinosaurs that can spawn in, but I'm only seeing this one for some reason. Maybe they were changed... Well, I mean, at some point they changed it so that there were multiple different types, and this was one of the new ones. Maybe I'm misremembering and it made it so only this one will spawn in this dimension, and the other ones are either very rare spawns or only spawn over on Namek? Because I know dinosaurs spawn there too. Maybe. I don't quite remember. Anyways, where we now have the dino meat, time to kill some Cybermen. Ow! I'm doing better now that I have 4 mastery, but they still hurt. Ow. This lot do not look like they should be scary. But I guess there's strength in numbers and all that. It helps that, at least in this one, it's a little bit more open and I can just like pick them off from the edges a little bit better. Although, they can hit me. I'm having a hard time hitting them. Let's see, might as well pick up the experience. That'll help train my force abilities while I'm at it. Explosion! Barrage! Some of these are hitting, surprisingly enough. Randomly firing from a distance is actually somewhat effective. But I am very quickly running out of ki. And they're all starting to drown. That is not exactly what I'm after. Turbo mode. I cannot hit them. Really? Really, you're gonna make this as annoying as possible, huh? You're just gonna drown in the middle of the ocean and make it impossible for me to actually kill you all. Ah, dang it, this is annoying. Also, I am about to run out of ki. I was about to launch a Sapphire Blast, which would have taken the rest of it. Sapphire Blast. That managed to do something at least. Get in the water. Huh. I'm gonna be here for a couple of minutes, I think. Oh. Oh no. I am out of ki. That is an issue. No, this is fine. I'm making it work. This is fine. I'm about to die. Where's my food? I am out of my very good food. I am out of steak and pork chops. I'm gonna need to get more. You're annoying. We're so annoying. I do not have enough ki to actually launch that. Exit turbo mode for a minute. Huh. Cybermen are a complete and total nuisance. That is not very effective. It did something while they were all in the water, doing weird stuff. But now that they're on land, time to get back to fist fighting. I think I'm basically done with them. I think this is the last of them. Hopefully. No, there's 2 more. Uh-oh. Wow, Cybermen, you are a complete and total nuisance. I mean, technically speaking, I have 2 Cybermen seeds. I could just spawn them in using those, because that's what those seeds are for. Can you let me hit you, please? It would be nice if I could actually hit you a little bit better. There we go. Turbo mode can go off. That should be all of them dealt with. Any other experience to grab, or is that it? That looks like it's it. Okay. Done with that nonsense. 5323. 6073. Nice. It's only about 700, actually. That felt lower than some of the previous numbers. Let's drop down to 5%, save on ki, because obviously we're having some issues with that now. But the next story mission is now Vegeta and Nappa. We are unprepared for Vegeta and Nappa. They are both single-handedly stronger than Raditz, and you fight them both at once. Or technically, unless you can technically fight them one at a time, unless you aggro both Vegeta and Nappa at the same time. I believe this is the first time where they spawn multiple enemies, but one of the enemies isn't instantly attacking you. But we are not prepared for that. This is going to be one where we need to train up first. Also, I need to get my better food out. Where is it? I have chicken there. Oh yeah, I have 2 stacks of pork chops. Almost forgot about that. Oh well. Also, I dislike that it takes the dino meat. That's very good, and it just sort of steals it from you. Let's head back to Cell and take a little nap. You know what? We have a few more minutes, but I don't really feel like doing the Nappa Vegeta fight right now. Also, don't have... Do I just make this a short one? I mean, I'm gonna save this fight for next time. Oh, you have to do that in Dirty Stone. I forgot that. I thought I just had to be in Overworld. What do I do in the meantime? I'll save putting stat points in until next time when we're about to start that fight. I guess I can go for a quick fly around and hopefully find another temple. Oh yeah, speaking of which, completely forgot the whole point of why I'm gathering all this experience for. And now have 350 force experience, which means I can get the very base level of something? What? I don't know. Battle meditation. Not sure if that will work, but it would be nice. Basically, it's just like a little damage boost. Although, I'm not sure if that applies to all damage or just to lightsaber damage. It's probably worth trying. I'm not sure if anything at all, or if something does, what it would be. What actually pass over DBC damage. Let's try the battle meditation. There's that. Now I press tab, and that's going to go in the second slot. Now I need a test dummy. Oh, Tiger Bandit, you'll do. If I attack a Tiger Bandit while I'm at 10%, I do 31 damage. If I then enter battle meditation, I do 32 damage. It's technically stronger. I think that's only applying to the fist damage. Actually, I should make a dummy. I have the training dummy modded. I just need to go gather a wheat real quick and make a dummy. One moment, I should be able to find it, no problem. Find enough, no problem. Dummy acquired. Now, time for a test. Basic Punch does 31, although it classifies as 0 on there. On there? Huh. Words are hard. Bang, 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 bang. Hold on. Okay, I'm supposed to get 10 TP at once per punch already. I don't feel like I should be getting that much. I thought that was supposed to be at a much higher mind level, but oh well. Hold on, I didn't realize the clothes actually had a different design to them when they got lower durability. I just thought I looked different when I took damage. Okay, that's kind of cool. Anyways, 31. 32. Not exactly working how I wanted it to. I should have gone up to full damage before activating battle meditation, because now I have to wait for it to run out and then reactivate it. Let's start at 50. 157. That's with battle meditation. I wait a minute and see what I do without it. Although I should actually do... Katana is 174. 157, 174. 157, 174. Wait a minute. Okay, so... Battle meditation is out. 157 with it. 157 without it. 174 with it. 171 without it. Yeah, that's only adding that in. So I mean, that's a small chunk if I'm using a very good sword. But like in the grand scheme of things, that's nothing. I thought there was more synergy with the Force mod. Am I just... At there, it's 1.5. And then I have absorption, which means absolutely nothing. That, I think, becomes 2 times the damage. So, like, whatever weapon I'm using, the damage will get doubled and then added to my DBC damage. But, like, at high enough levels, weapons mean absolutely nothing. The amount of damage that these will do is nothing. Heal will only heal this health. It won't actually do anything over here. I believe... And then over here, these sort of just, like, protect me a little bit more. So yeah, I thought there was more... I thought there was more to help us out in here, but it doesn't look like most of that synergizes as well as I thought it would. Oh well, a little bit sad, but at least we get cool lightsabers to play around with. And I believe that at least this will work for... Can I shift tab to go back, or do I have to cycle all the way through? I have to cycle all the way through. That will at least help us out with training a little bit, because that's a lot of hits. And it'll hit like a whole bunch of stuff at once, without doing max damage. So, oh well, they look cool even if they don't do much for us. It's just fun to run around with a lightsaber. But anyways, that's probably where we're going to end things off for today. So I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody.